Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Married to Medicine, LA, Season 2, Episode 10. Y'all see my shirt? It says, Thou shalt not try me. Mood 24/7. I love it. And you shan't. You shall not try me. I ain't gonna do nothing, though, if you do. I ain't gonna do nothing. But anyway, I hope y'all are doing good today. So we're going to get through this review as quick as we can. No extra bells and whistles because I have so much to do, you guys. My training is not here. I don't know if I mentioned that. My training is not here. So I literally got a bunch to do. I got my keys right beside me. I got my shoes on in the house, which I never do because I'm literally running out the door as soon as this review is done. All right. So let's get to it. Let me turn off my YouTube, child. I was on YouTube myself. I don't want Mila B to give me a copyright strike, y'all. I was listening to Mila B. Y'all going over there and listen to Mila B speaks for the celebrity tea. Okay, I got that off. Now, Britton, we're going to start out with her. Isn't it funny that Britton, it's not funny, but Britton is like super Afrocentric. She always got her hair tied up and, you know, some type of dashiki print or something around the house. You could definitely tell that Britton has a full-on black mama. You can see it in everything that she does. But they're decorating. She's with the kids. And when it's time to go night-night, her and Mac go in the room and they tell the baby he got to get out. Well, not a baby. He's not a baby. And that's part of the issue. Tells him he got to go in his room. And you could tell Britton was having a hard time enforcing it. She almost felt bad for telling him he had to go in his room. And he runs back in their room when he goes in his room. And finally, he asked the sister, can he just sleep with her? And the sister was like, you can sleep here, but you got to sleep up on the top bunk. Okay? Ain't fooling around with you down here on this bottom bunk. So he goes up there. So now he about to be the sister problem in a minute. But I think he'll grow out of that soon and want his own privacy. But, you know, it's just something that Britton realized through the ladies and their conversations that she was cutting herself off. She was cutting her husband off. And that her son has to understand that, you know, he's the man in charge in that house, you know, and what he says goes, and their relationship is important, and they have to spend time together, which is good that Britton realized that. I knew she was going to come around to it. I didn't know the boy was like 6 going on 7. I think he's 7 years old currently and was about to turn 7 when they were filming. At what age did y'all get y'all's children out the beds? Because I'm trying to figure out, is this a common thing? I know it's hard to get them out the bed when they're toddlers and when they're going into like kindergarten or first, but I don't think I wasn't sleeping with anybody. As a matter of fact, I was quite territorial over my room when I was about 7 years old, because that was right before my brother was born. And I remember when my mom first told me she was pregnant, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not giving up my room now, am I? Because that's not going to work for me. I was very territorial over my little space. So, yeah, what age did y'all finally put y'all's out to bed? Later on, she's getting ready for the party. Her and Mac are a lot happier because they've got to cuddle. They've got to do some other things together now that they got the bedroom back to themselves. Britton was giving a side boob. I said it's definitely a lot of sex appeal going on in this scene that we have not seen from Mac and Britton other than when they went to the hotel. So I think it was good for them. So then we move on. Let's go to Imani. Imani is also setting up for the holidays with her son Idris. Her mother comes over. I thought her mother was coming to help set up too, but no, Mama was chilling. But they're talking to Idris, and Idris just says that the holidays are really different now without Phil being there. He hasn't really had time to process it because, like the grandmother said, he's been processing it with Imani and the grandma. So he hasn't really had time to process it on his own, and that's something that he still is working on doing. Imani tells the mom about the trip, and she throws in, you know, the penis party and all of the other stuff that happened on the trip and the gift that she got and the other stuff that was going on. And I was just like, now, me and Vaughn are close. Okay, that's my mama. We close. We good like that. But I'm not telling my mama that nobody bought me no dildo. But hey, and even the mama said, listen, it's just certain stuff that I know I would never tell my mother, which was a hint that you don't have to tell me everything that went on the vacation. But I was even more surprised that she was talking about it in front of Idris. in front of the, and Idris was sitting there like, penises, you say. I mean, it did not faze him at all. He was just sitting there talking about it, and the grandma was like, this is a lot to be talking about in front of your mother and your son. This is a whole lot. But I guess she feel like Idris got one. And Imani strikes me as the type of mom where there is no boundaries as to what you can talk to her about. My aunt is actually a lot like that. Like, you could talk to my aunt about it. When I say anything, she is the least judgmental person or like surprised person that you would ever meet. She does not get excited about a lot of things. So you can talk to her about everything. But maybe her and Idris have that kind of relationship. But still, wasn't y'all a little disturbed when Idris said that he wanted to see the penis so they could possibly put it on the tree to decorate? I mean, I know he was joking. Was he joking, y'all? It was just something about the way he was like, can I see it? I was like, no, Idris, you can't see it. You can't see this for grown people. Y'all know how mad your mama used to get when you used to ask about something and it was real grown or they thought you was too young for it. I know my mama used to get like that when she caught me reading Waiting to Exhale. She jerked that book out of my hand like, this is for grown people. You don't need to be reading this. Well, doggone it, y'all don't need to have me on this reading level then. I'm bored. But yeah, I was like, Idris, now we not putting a penis on the tree now. Come on, Idris. What y'all thought about that whole conversation? Were y'all uncomfortable? I was uncomfortable, but they was fine with it. So then we move on. Hobart and Kendra. Hobart has decided to just let it go. Let Kendra go on back to work because ultimately I'm not going to have a happy wife if she's at home and she doesn't want to be at home. And I know that a part of her being Kendra is being Dr. Kendra, which was kind of what I was thinking last week. Like, I understand what you're trying to say. You are concerned about her mental health and how she's going to be at work versus at home and how she's going to come home. Is she going to be too tired? But you also have to understand that you married a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you met her in medical school. You knew that this is what she wanted to do. You knew how she wanted to affect people's lives. And it's very difficult to tell those type of people with that type of skill set, all that long schooling that you paid for, you want to use it, right? So it's totally understandable. It's totally understandable. Hobart ultimately says he just wants his wife to be happy. But I hope Hobart continues to keep an eye on things, because if she does get moody, I would remind her, Hobart, I'd be like, hey, now this is what I was worried about. So what do we need to do to take this down to a workable level in our household, right? Because I know that was one of his things. So I think they're going to be fine. And ultimately, I think that Kendra's going to be a lot happier. And she probably won't struggle as much with losing weight either. Because, when you're sitting at home, you snack. I can tell you that from experience. So that probably will help that situation as well. So I'm trying to see what else. Leah and Kendra, they go out to get jewelry and stuff for the holiday party that's coming up. They just out doing some shopping and talking about the holiday party. And the subject of Dr. J comes up and whether or not they're going to see him. And Leah's like, I don't think he's going to be there. And Kendra was like, he has to be there. I think he's going to be there because it's the holidays. And Leah's just like, what? Like, I was trying to figure out the correlation too, because Jasmine has had other parties and he's not there. But for the doctor, she got the doctor mind. Dr. Kendra says it's the holidays. He's not on call. It's totally different now. He has to be there. Like, most people with families don't take call on holiday. And Leah was like, well, my man take call on holiday. He worked Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I said, speaking of your man, Leah, where is your man? All right, while you worried about everybody else's husband, let's take a look gander at yours. Although I haven't seen Leah's social media. He might be on there. But yeah, while you worried about Dr. J, where is Dr. Leah? Okay, let's see what he talking about. Now, did I miss him, y'all? Was he on the episode? Y'all let me know. So anyway, Kendra is looking forward to finally meeting Jasmine's husband, and she just knows he is going to be there. So we move on. Jasmine, earlier in the episode, gifted Shanique with a phone number. I thought it was going to be something else in that little box, looked like jewelry, but it was actually contact information for a very popular realtor. Let me see if I got it down. Josh. Where did I put it? somebody named Josh Altman. Josh Altman, a very popular realtor in that area. He is the name that pays. So Shanique gets a meeting with him. She's emotional about the gift. Thanks Jasmine a lot. And she goes to have the meeting with the guy. The guy gave her some harsh truths, but he was real about it, and he was still polite. He basically told her, look, first of all, I am the boss in this industry. It ain't too many properties you gonna get against me. He also tells her that it's gonna be very difficult, and people who fail at this are the people who think they can do it part-time. And you remember Shanique thought that it was something that she was gonna be able to do it. Have I been saying Shanique or Shanice? If I've been saying Shanice, I'm sorry. Shanique thought that she was going to be able to do it off to the side and still be able to kind of do other things. And he's telling her now, that's not going to work. You got to go all in. You got to put all your effort into it. It's going to be some hard work. You got to be super dedicated. But you are a walking, talking billboard. I will give you that. You do seem to have a niche. You know, she wants to sell property to the doctors' wives and husbands. She wants to get in that way through kind of Robert's contacts that they have. And he says, yeah, that's a good idea. You look very professional. You know, you sound great. You definitely have what it takes, but you got to be all in, which I thought was really good advice. Shanique also received it very well. She didn't get discouraged. I thought it was going downhill when she said she was in property management. He said, okay, selling commercial property and property management do not coincide at all. What you know about that has nothing on what you need to learn about this. I was just like, whoo. They sounded related to me, but he kept it real with her, and that's good. So she is going to be leaving her job very soon. Her and Robert have a conversation about it. She basically tells Robert everything that the realtor told her, when Robert tells her everything that I was already trying to tell you, but you didn't want to listen to me. Sometimes you just got to get it from somebody else. Y'all know how it go. And so she's going to leave her job. She's going to commit to it full time. Robert is more supportive of her because Robert want to know about that $1 million she going to be making by next year because he need a new car. I like Shanique and Robin. I like Shanique and Robert. I think they are a very cute couple and they're fun. So that scene was funny to me when they were in that car. I hope you get your new car, Robert. Okay, $50,000 of the salary probably gonna come from this show, if not more. Let's see what else. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Okay, no, maybe not. All right, let's get to the party. Okay. So, I got to give it to Jasmine. Jasmine does throw a very good holiday party. From what we've seen on reality shows and how terrible some of these parties can go, because we have seen some terrible parties. I'm not even going to name them because there's no need for that kind of shade. But we've seen some parties where we just been like, oh no, they wasn't ready. Right? Jasmine got food. Jasmine has entertainment. Jasmine got food if you're on keto, if you're not on keto. Jasmine got the peoples out there. Jasmine has a nice environment. She has a very lovely home. It's a vibe. She got a little spot where you can take pictures. I would have loved to be at the holiday party. The only thing that weirded me out was the lady dancing. I didn't need her praise dancing in that ball. Now, granted, it was new and it was different. And actually, it looked like the same ball that you play bubble soccer in. Have y'all ever played bubble soccer? It looked like the exact same ball, but just in a swimming pool. All right? So she was getting her praise dance on inside the ball, and apparently it's much harder than it looks, which we find out later. But yeah, that part, that was a little interesting. But everything else I loved. I loved Jasmine's party. I got to give her props for that. And then there was another piece that was a little disturbing, but we'll talk about that at the end. So, Jasmine is upstairs getting ready, and we got the ladies arriving to the party. Now, first to step in, we got Leah. Leah, it's better. It was better. It was better than what I've seen on Leah before. It was better. She should have wore that to Kendra's baby shower. Maybe. No. I don't know. It's better though. It's better. Who else came in? Britain. Oh my gosh. If Britain stole the show away from the host. That is how the hostess. That's how good Britain was looking. Now the clips, they were a lot, but I still lived. I still lived. She looked so doggone good, and then she got that good looking man on her arm. So it's like the total package. I mean, when do you see a woman like be that already that fine, and then she next to her husband, and they just look real good together? You just be like, y'all some good looking people. That is how I felt when Britain and Matt walked in the door. But Britain stole the show. She stole the show. Kendra looked good. Kendra always plays it fairly safe, especially since that whole belly incident. She been playing it safe since then, but she's been doing it right. Because remember, I said, Kendra, accentuate what you got, and she been doing that. Now, the next person is Shanique. I like Shanique's dress. I think Shanique's outfits always look less casual because she has her braids in right now. And, you know, sometimes braids, when you want to look like a little more formal, if you don't put them up, it'll sometimes throw off your look. Like if she would have had them up some kind of way, it probably would have looked like had like a full head to toe elegant look type. Instead, it looked like chilling. You know, I'm chilling. I'm going out with my girls up here, and then, you know, more elegant down at the bottom. But still love the dress. I still thought Shanique looked great. Jasmine surprised me. I really thought when she came down the stairs, I was expecting, you know, Jasmine, normally she is way more, you know, dressed up. She had on it looked like this dress that I had back in college. I think I got it from Body Central or the Body Shop. Very slinky. The splits was up, you know, up on her hip, and I mean, she got a great body, but it was just very not what I thought. I was expecting her to come like, you know, furras. Shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez. Some kind of, you know, jumpsuit tight. I don't know. I was expecting something different from Jasmine. You let Britain steal your hostess light when it comes to the style. Then we had, who was it? I forgot. Imani, you know, she came with the jacket. It was the chinchilla on your back. I want to know your name. But I like the dress. I don't know if I like the jacket, but I loved the dress. Imani looks like a supermodel anyway, so it's kind of hard to get it wrong. So everybody's having a good time at the party. They put Leah in the ball. Okay, Leah gets in the ball. Jasmine pushes the ball very forcefully out into the pool water to the point where Leah kind of hit her head a little bit. I was just like, ooh, child, that looked like it had some aggression behind it. I think she was pissed that they were ruining the entertainment that she had hired to praise dance in that ball. Leah get in there, and she is a flop. She can't even get up, and I'm sure it's very hard to do. She can't get herself right. They pull her back out the ball. She want to know who pushed her in. It was Jasmine. So it's a little something there, but not really. Imani thanks everybody for being there for her, for supporting her. I really appreciated Imani for saying that to the ladies. I thought it was really, really sweet. That was the part of the show that I really loved, and that is why I like this show. Like I told y'all last week, the beefs are short-lived. The beefing is fairly mild, and then they just move on past the issues, and everybody has fun, which is a relief to see on television. So Jasmine also brought a Mariah Carey impersonator. That too was funny, but I got it. Merry Christmas, Mariah Carey, you know, I don't want a lot for Christmas and all of that. So I get why they, you know, brought Mariah. I mean, she's favored Mariah a lot. If I was to do a double take, I probably wouldn't have recognized it immediately, but of course she didn't sound like Mariah, but she was giving, you know, she was giving her all. She was answering questions and carrying on. I saw Mariah Carey once for New Year's in New York. We went to Times Square one New Year's. She's very beautiful, even in person. She's very beautiful, very classy looking, like Mariah always appeared. Like the way she appears to be is how she is even in person, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that was a good time. It was colder than a mug. Would I recommend that anybody go to Times Square for New Year's? No. The answer is no, unless that's just a you know, something you want to check off your bucket list. But prepare for the chill, because baby, I couldn't even feel my feet. It was so cold that night. Anyway, got nothing to do with nothing. Lastly, we got the girls trying to figure out where Dr. J is. Y'all know Kendra thought he was gonna be there, and she said that Jasmine told her he was upstairs sleeping. And Imani is just like, girl, he is not upstairs sleeping, and he is not effing with us. He's not coming down here. So Kendra tried to make a run for it and go upstairs, but Jasmine got security. Yes, in this house, I got security. I got velvet on the walls. I got breakables. I got my jewelry upstairs. So nobody is going to be roaming through my house. And I don't have no problem with that. But I thought it was funny if her husband was actually upstairs asleep. That is kind of... It is, yeah, that's a lot for your husband to be up there sleeping. A whole party is going on. Like, it would be different if, the girls came over, you ain't know they was coming through, so baby, I'm gonna just be in the back. No, this is a holiday party for everybody, the men and the women, and you are upstairs asleep. So, which I don't think he was up there. So then they go back outside. Jasmine's sister come in, want to know what they trying to do. She on it. I was glad they just didn't even do it with Jasmine's sister. Shanique came in and said, hey sister, I was so glad she did that, because Jasmine's sister, no, we ain't trying to argue or nothing. We going back outside. They go back outside and it's more tea hen. I said, look at Kendra falling into the, you know how like when the one girl is really mostly neutral and she don't really get too much into the gossip. She was falling right in with Imani and Leah, just cackling, calling out to see if he was upstairs on the balcony. It was funny. But I know that Jasmine is going to have a problem with that. And they probably are going to ask where Leah's husband is, because her husband wasn't there either. Why everybody was laughing and talking. At least I don't think he was. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so that went on. Everybody's having a good time. They done loosened up now. They want Imani to get a man. She need to get that D to loosen her up. I was just like, well, yeah, I mean, apparently Idris wanted to put some D on the Christmas tree, so maybe it'll be a wish come true. Anyway, lastly, I already said lastly, but finally, we have a special announcement. We think it's going to be Dr. J, the cardboard cutout. Imani said he looked the same in every picture. I'm sorry, y'all. I was laughing this episode. Jasmine announces that she got the heavenly chorale coming down. So some black people come down. They in some green robes. They singing. They in some green robes, excuse me, and they singing "Go Tell It on the Mountain," which is my holiday jam, amongst others. So they just go tell it on the mountain. I mean, they for real, y'all. They clapping. They got on robes, and I love a robe, child, because I like to swing my arms when I sing. They got on robes. They getting into it. Jasmine and Kendra, why are y'all twerking to "Go Tell It on the Mountain"? Why is it happening? Everybody is drinking, so it's kind of awkward because you don't really know. I mean, you caught up in the vibe, but you know not to do too much. Brittany's like, yeah, she really getting into it, okay, Black Mama Central. And then the camera pans over to Mac, and Mac is just like, y'all crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all. So everybody is having a good time. Jasmine get up there with the choir with a little bitty dress on. She looked like the woman that came up to the front of the church that's tired of selling her body on the street, so she gonna go ahead and give her life over to God. She comes up to the front. She's still little low-key twerking to "Go Tell It on the Mountain," but not really. Then she steps back out. They break into the 3-part harmony. I said, come on, sopranos. Come on, soprano. I'm a soprano, y'all. Can't y'all tell? Come on, sopranos, because we never get our respect. And then they do all their individual, what they learned over the season and all of that. Y'all know how that goes. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah, so y'all can like, comment, and subscribe. I'm looking forward to seeing these ladies next season. I definitely hope they get another one. And I will see y'all for the next one, all right? Bye.